Good day. Welcome to another series of Mathematics Just Got Easier with the tutors. We are still on the Remailer's theorem. Let's consider the example we have on the board. And in today's class, we are going to be using the remainder theorem method and the long division method to see if we are going to get the same remainder. Find the remainder when p as a function of x is equals to x to the power of 3 minus 2x to the power of 2 plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. Okay, let's see what we have. So, solution. Now, p as a function of s is equals to this, and now we'll have x minus 1. Remember, in the Remailer's theorem, you have to make this x minus 1 take the form x minus c. So let's say x minus 1. X is x, minus is minus, c is 1. So we have c to be equal to 1. Now, what do? In order to find the remainder, we are simply going to say p as a function of c. Now, p as a function of c is anywhere you have x in this equation, you replace it with the value of c. Now, p as a function of c is same as p as a function of 1 because c is equal to 1. So, bringing down this equation, you have p as a function of x. Now you have x to the power of 3. That will be 1 to the power of 3. 1 to the power of 3 minus 2 into bracket x to the power of 2. 1 to the power of 2 plus x, that is plus 1 plus 1. Now let's see. 1 to the power of 3 is 1 times 1 times 1, that is 1. Minus 2 times 1 to the power of 2 is 1 times 2, that is negative 2. Plus 1, that is plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. And we have 1 minus 0, which is 1. When we use the Remailer's theorem, we got the remainder to be 1. Let's try to use the long division and see if the remainder is still going to be 1. So, using the long division, we are going to have this. You put this outside, and you have this inside, just like your normal division method, long division method. Okay, x cubed divided by x will give you x squared. X squared times x, that will give you x to the power of 3. X squared times negative 1 will give you negative x squared. Okay, so you have, you subtract now, just like your normal rule of long division. Negative 2x cubed minus negative x squared, it becomes negative, you have this negative 2x squared minus negative x squared. Minus times minus becomes plus. So, but negative 2x squared plus x squared. That will give you negative x squared. So, you have negative x squared. And you have x cubed minus x cubed. That will give you 0. So, you bring this down. Plus x. So, negative x squared divided by x will give you negative x. So, you have negative x. Negative x times x will give you negative x squared. Negative x times negative 1 will give you positive x. So, let's subtract. X minus x will give you 0. This is 0. Plus negative x squared minus negative x squared becomes, let's see, negative x squared minus negative x squared. Minus times minus becomes plus. Negative x squared plus x squared. This is 0 plus 0. So we have 0 here. You bring down this 1 plus 1. So you have 0 plus 0 plus 1. That's this 1. So you have, okay, let me just leave it plus 1 because let me cancel this because 0 is nothing. So you have plus 1. You cannot say 1 divided by x because this one does not have a coefficient of x. So you leave this as the remainder. So when we use a long division, we call the remainder to be what? 1. And when we use the remainder theorem, we call the remainder to be 1. So you can see that the remainder theorem is like an alternative to the long division method in order to get the what? The remainder. A faster method to get the what? Remainder. I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class. Bye.